Some quick housekeeping I want to share with you. I've been dealing with something in my personal life. All will be well in the end, but it is causing my schedule to be quite erratic, so I'm recording a little earlier than I might normally do, and I'm sharing that because with the news cycle changing so quickly, specifically the president's health, I fear that I'll crack some joke here and you'll hear it 36 hours later and be like, what an a-hole. I can't believe he said that. So if you hear something that sounds, out of the now, out of time, that's why that happened. So all that, let's jump in. No late night today. I'll catch up on that. Larry the Cable Guy tweets, well, we're not quite there yet, but we're beginning to get closer to that time of year when people who have pools and own boats quit hearing from their friends. Amen, brother. Albert Brooks with this one. Trump got a very nice note from Biden today. It said, stay positive. Mike Birbiglia asks, I want to get that health care where you get a helicopter for mild symptoms. Jerry Seinfeld's out hawking his new book. We're going to hear from Jerry a lot this week. He was on 60 Minutes. And host John Wertheim said, is New York dead? And Jerry said, are you asking me? I'm asking you. Puh, when you were a kid, remember kicking over the anthill? Sure. That's what happened to us. They just kicked over the whole anthill. What do the ants do? All right, hand me the next crumb. Let's get back to work. And by the way, I have nothing against that guy. He's fine. I didn't like that nobody was rebutting it. So that is about the James Altucher piece. Remember, James Altucher and Jerry Seinfeld had a little media war where James said New York is dead and Jerry said that it wasn't dead. So Jerry says, I have nothing against that guy. He's fine. I don't like that nobody was rebutting it. Then I realized, I guess that's my job. Somebody, a real New Yorker, has to answer for this. Wertheim said, you called him some putz on LinkedIn. Jerry said, I don't even know what LinkedIn is. That's who that guy is for the rest of his life. Oh, look who's here. The Putz from LinkedIn. You think Jerry holds grudges? Like I told you last week about that Bobcat Goldthwait thing. If you missed that, I think it was a week ago Saturday, Jerry Seinfeld versus Bobcat Goldthwait. Jerry Seinfeld, gazillionaire, is still upset about James Altucher, who didn't even initially take a shot at Jerry Seinfeld. He only took a shot at Jerry when James shot back. I don't even know what LinkedIn is. That's who that guy is for the rest of his life. Oh, look who's here. The Putz from LinkedIn, Wertheim said. But you felt the need to defend your turf. Seinfeld said, I just don't want New Yorkism to die. I don't want to be replaced by, Wertheim says, by what? Seinfeld said, deep concern and over-sentimentality. You can have those things, but be a little badass too. We don't care that things are tough. We didn't. Everything's always tough. It's tough to live here. Wertheim said, you got a little blowback for that. He's out in the Hamptons writing about New York. Did you? And Jerry said, shut up. Wertheim said, did you expect that? And Seinfeld said, sorry, my apologies. Got a laugh from the camera guy. And I deleted from my notes, but I saw somewhere where Jerry said, sorry, I did a little better than you did. All right. Yeah. I mean, I would like a beach house too. But, I thought it was fair that Jerry was writing that from the Hamptons. Just saying. I got no dog in this fight, James Altucher, Jerry Seinfeld, but I'm fascinated, absolutely fascinated that it's still in Jerry's head. No? Yeah? Oh, here's the line. Sorry, I did better than you. My apologies. Got a laugh from the camera guy. I did have it there. Sorry about that. From ET Canada, Seinfeld was on Good Morning America when co-host George Stephanopoulos surprised him with a video greeting from Jason Alexander. Jason was sitting in front of his own bookshelf and he said, apparently, my old pal Jerry Seinfeld has written a new book. Well, that's not surprising. Jerry's written every book you see on the shelves behind me. Hilarious. Boy, that's funny. This is just the Seinfeld section. That's hilarious. Congratulations, Jerry. I'm sure it's going to be another huge success. I love you, brother. And as we used to say on Stage 9, serenity now. Wow, that's not funny, Jason Alexander. What is that? From the laugh button, it's been announced that the cast of This Is Spinal Tap, they are Christopher Guest, Harry Shearer, and Michael McKean, as well as director Rob Reiner, are getting back together again. They are reuniting to raise money for the Pennsylvania Democrats benefit. It's a one-time only live event streaming October 14th at 9 p.m. Eastern. Every dollar raised goes directly towards ending Trumpism by winning Pennsylvania. From The Hollywood Reporter, NBC held a drive-in premiere for Saturday Night Live. They did this in L.A. Saturday night at 8:30 Pacific, adjusting from the time zones. Upon arrival at the lot, guests had their temperatures taken and were instructed to keep their masks on whenever exiting their vehicles. They were then guided to, fittingly, the New York Street area of the Universal Lot, where they were giving swag bags of SNL-branded merchandise and taken to a drive-through red carpet for a photo op under a Live from New York It's Saturday Night sign. Staffers brought over bags of treats, a mobile snack cart of candy and soda that could be summoned with the push of a personal button. And before the show went live, the drive-in aired a series of classic skits, including Mom Jeans, Two Wild and Crazy Guys. I thought Lorne Michaels said last week we couldn't do that anymore because it's not PC. Apparently we can. Outrage, outrage, outrage. More cowbell. And Target Lady. I don't remember what Target Lady was. The small event, limited to 30 cars and closed to the general public, included guest Danielle Haim, a frontwoman of band Haim, whose music videos are often directed by Paul Thomas Anderson. This partnership has led to a public friendship with Anderson's wife, Maya Rudolph, who is Kamala Harris on the show. I enjoyed the season premiere of SNL a lot. I thought they wasted Chris Rock. Rock's monologue wasn't that good. I'll compare it to like a Chappelle monologue who's been on recently, or a Mulaney monologue. I didn't think Rock was that sharp, and I don't think they used him well in sketches. And he kind of disappeared after Weekend Update. I think he was in one sketch, maybe two. There was a sketch, if you haven't seen it, it's about the name change office. It's the first sketch after the first commercial break. And I did see the Saturday Night Live Twitter account tweeted it, and I retweeted it on Monday. You should watch that sketch. Best sketch I've seen in a long time. Comicbook.com, say it with me, your home for comedy news. They're excited because Jay Farrow got fans buzzing when he shared his impressions of Dragon Ball's stars. Farrow felt it was time he shared his version of, I have no idea what I'm talking about here, Goku, Vegeta, and Piccolo with fans. I could see Dragon Ball fans everywhere writing into the show at DCNPod on Twitter and being like, you mispronounced all those names, you jerk. All right, whatever. They say his take on Son Goku is pretty much perfect. Farrow kicks off his impression reel as Goku, and he enunciates every word as if he were the hero. Do you have any idea what I'm talking about? Because I don't. After a few vibes are made at Vegeta, the comedian switches his impression over to the princely fighter, and it doesn't take long before Piccolo shows up. Farrow swaps between the three characters at will before the clip ends, and he plays out a skit where the trio vow to find a new villain to fight after Jiren's defeat at the Tournament of Power. I'm going to get ripped for getting all that wrong. Oh, let's call it a day. That's your comedy news for today. Thank you so much for listening. And, hopefully I can get back into normal rhythm and stop recording these things 2 days out. Thank you for understanding. Catch you tomorrow.